Hello YouTube! Welcome again to Driving Up Stocks. This would be, Robinhood challenge episode. Are we up to 19 now? 18, 19? I think it's 19. Wow. We're just moving right along there. Going off of our Monday, Tuesday update there, beginning of the week update, things are still going great. I said that I was hoping next time we got together that we would still be on the rise. Wow, my portfolio is just making a run for the money. So yesterday, Wednesday, at market close, we were at just over $186 in the portfolio. So we were up, it was like 9.8% on the day. What? So I was a little bit concerned after I did the last update video because there was, I'm not going to say some negative news about a few of my stocks, but maybe some less than favorable news on a couple of those, but had a nice rebound. AMC is up over $1 now. Designer Brands had gone back up. It was up over $16.20, which was my buy-in price, and that dipped down below 16. That's back up over 16 again. Again, my little engine that could, the one that we've been talking a lot about, Cosmos Energy, it has been on a heck of a tear. I think it ended yesterday at like $6.62, $6.68, somewhere in there. So inching ever so close to my break-even point there. So I'm looking forward to that. Again, that one I'm not quite as concerned about. I wish it was moving a little bit faster, but the analysts are still predicting over $7 a share on that one, so doing well on there. Now, the funny thing is, on the last update video, I had mentioned as free stocks that I had gotten for referrals, that I had gotten Amneal Pharmaceuticals and Corbus Pharmaceuticals, and I knew nothing about them, just waiting for those to, drop or do, some kind of movement, and then I was going to sell out of those. Holy cow, those two just took off like a rocket the past 2 days. So, again, I can't remember which one's which. I haven't spent any time learning about those stocks. They're not anything I'm interested in holding long term. But one of them's pushing like $6.60, and the other one's like up over $7. Holy cow! So those were winners. So thank you, ladies, that used my referral link last week. Got those free shares for me. Appreciate it. Those are awesome picks. Those are going to really help us out in the future. So thank you again. So just again, overall, great week. Yeah, doing well. So hopefully that streak continues. From what it looked like this morning, I'm not going to have another 10% day, but it looks like I will end up in the green again. Things have kind of been bouncing up and down. But overall, I think I'll end up in the green the way it looks. So looks like it'll be another good week. I do want to spend a minute to talk about Robinhood Cash Management. I haven't did any updates on that in a hot minute. As I mentioned the last time we talked about the cash management program, they looked like they were adding about 2,000, opening up 2,000 spots a day. So you had the potential to move up 3,000 spots a day if you were still on the waiting list. Because they have that little, it drives me nuts, but they have the little tap thing where you can do your 1,000 taps a day to move up the list. So you had the potential to move up about 3,000 spots a day. They have now upped that to 25. It looks like 2,500 a day to move up. So I'm now like 123,000 on the list, which that moved up pretty quick. It was kind of like the waiting list when I signed up. I want to say it had around 400,000, and then it got up to 800,000 very quickly, and then it kind of sat in that 800,000 range on the waiting list. And then since the waiting list, since they've actually started doing the cash management and sending out the cards and everything to people, it's actually grown to over 1 million that are on the list. So wow, man, it must be doing good. Anybody that has made it off the list, has your card, has been using it, even if you haven't been using the card, just because we are almost a month into having that, and that was going to be like a monthly payout on the interest. Let me know what that's looking like on your interest and things. I mean, do they give you like a daily, this is what you'll get at the end of the month, or how are they doing that? As far as fractional shares, I've really kind of been out of the loop. been very busy at work. We had some changes. It kind of kept me on my toes a little bit. At home, a lot going on. In the process of helping remodel a house for a family member, so haven't had a lot of time other than to look at my own portfolio and what my positions are doing, to actually go and kind of like dig into like the Robinhood site and follow their blog. So I've been kind of out of the loop, so I'm not sure where they're at with the fractional shares. I know it's been, gosh, almost a month ago now, but they had mentioned on a comment that it would have been around like the week after the new year that it could be that early that we see fractional shares, and there's been nothing other than, like I said, now if there's a reverse stock split, instead of getting a payout, they will actually give you that fractional share if you don't have enough shares for a full share. So still, as far as I know, that's doing a little baby step. One thing I do want to mention is like Robinhood, when they fix something, like something that people complain about or say is an inconvenience, they tend to really do it under the radar. They don't put a lot of advertisement out there. And I say that because, like I've said, I wasn't big on the fractional share. I am going to admit, I told people in my videos that fractional shares were not a deal breaker, that I didn't really care either way about fractional shares. But now that Robinhood's going to have fractional shares, I am going to take advantage of that. To get into some of these companies that I honestly am probably not going to be able to afford for the foreseeable future, with the amount that I can put in a month and the like having a very small account, small dollar amount account, with slow growth, that I'm just not going to be able to afford those. So like if I want to get into a Walmart, it's going to be a long time, and then I'm going to have one share. So now I can start, throwing a few bucks here and there, or when I get paid out a dividend, I can put that dividend, however little it is, into a fractional share of like a Walmart type thing, or Waste Management, Realty Income, that kind of thing. So I will take advantage of that, even though like it was never a deal breaker for me or never a big deal. I will take advantage of that. But one of my little things was, like I mentioned, that if I bought into a stock on a dip, like if, for example, I bought into Ford when they dipped down to $8.50, and after I bought it, it went up to $8.70 in that same trading day, it would show my portfolio as being down for the day because Ford had opened at like $9. So now I did notice that when I picked up a share the other day, because one of my free shares, I don't know if I've ever mentioned this or not, but like if I open my app right now and it's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and I have the little notification on Robinhood that someone used my referral link to sign up and I have a free share waiting, I don't ever open that until after the trading day has closed. That way I get each day an honest opinion of how my portfolio did. Because if you add in, then all of a sudden it would show that, like if you got a $5 stock, that your portfolio's up. If you were up $1 already, that you were up $6. In reality, you weren't. You actually ended up getting another stock where basically you put money in there. So I did notice I accidentally hit that little notification, so it brought me to that screen where I had to open it. And it still, when I went back to the front screen, even though it was like a $5 stock, it still showed that I was only up like $1.20 for the day. So that's something that they fixed and never mentioned, and I haven't really had anything like that in a while, so I didn't notice it until now. So thank you, Robinhood. I appreciate you with taking care of those little fixes, even if you don't send out any email or anything saying that you've done that, but appreciate you doing that. So thank you for that very much. So we updated you on cash management. We updated you on fractional shares, even though we don't really know anything. The only other thing I wanted to mention going into the end of the week is I did get paid out 8 cents. I do own 1 share of Voya Natural Resources. That's one that I kind of did a little bit of research on. It was actually the last dividend penny stock that I bought, which is the reason I haven't increased my position, is I'm moving away from long-term penny stocks. So I did get an 8 cent dividend on that one, so that's a nice little boost. So otherwise, we're just kind of holding out where we're at. We'll get you an update here at the end of the week. So I appreciate all of the again, all the views we're getting, all of the new subscribers. Thank you all for your time. Make sure you're hitting the like button when you're watching these. I appreciate you tuning in there. Subscribe if you haven't. Moving along, doing great on the subscriptions. I apologize, I got a lot of sunlight coming in, so it's probably throwing off my picture. But that is all I have for the day. We'll see you with our next video, which will be our end of the week slash, you know, how we did at the end of the week slash how we're starting off next Monday. So until then, thank you and stay tuned. See you, YouTube.